Hey, Algebra, happy Friday. So we are going to finish up the rest of this document. You should have in the practice section the last 6 of them. So I believe it's questions 6 through 9 left. And that's what we're going to work on. So I'm going to show you one of them, and then it'll be your responsibility to work out the other ones. So looking here, it's kind of towards the bottom, obviously, since they're the last few of them. Some of them are going to show you the charts and have some of it filled in for you, kind of like what you're used to. And some of them are going to be blank, okay? And you're going to have to create your own chart and equation and define your variable. So I'm going to go ahead and do one where you have to create your chart, and then you'll have one to create your chart on your own after that one, in addition to the ones that I already created for you. So we're going to look at number 8, and I'll do that one together with you guys. So when I'm thinking about these, I'm going to kind of read through this. So John has twice as many nickels as quarters, okay? If the coins are worth $4.90, how many quarters are there? Okay, so with these, again, just the same as yesterday, I'm not going to expect you to solve the entire thing out, but I do want you to define your variable and get it down to one variable. Create the chart, also with that one variable in it, and then create the equation, okay? That's your job for today. So you don't have to solve all of them. You're just basically setting it all up, getting ready to solve, and then stopping there. So when I'm looking at these, I kind of start with, sometimes I can't just get it down to one variable right off the bat, and that's okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and start with, I know I'm talking about nickels and quarters, and it's asking me how many quarters there are. So I know that quarters and nickels are both unknowns to me right now. So I'm going to start with that. So I know I'm just going to say N for nickels and Q for quarters. Okay, I know that I need to get it down to one variable, but for right now, I'm not sure about that. So I'm just going to keep it as 2 until I can figure out what else is going on. All right. So I also notice that this first sentence is talking about how many coins there are, right? The number of coins, the number of nickels and quarters. And then this part here is talking about how much they're actually worth, right? So that helps me set up my chart. All right. So when I think about this, I know just from past experience that I'm going to have my 2 kind of unknowns on the left-hand side here. So nickels, I'm just going to put Nick, in quarters. Okay. And then on the top, I know that like I just said, we're talking about the number of coins. So number of coins. And since I don't have a ton of room using this, you can look at the answer key and see how I kind of make it a little more precise. Like I actually write number of coins. And then again, the value. So that value of the coin. And then lastly, it's going to be the total value, because if I take the number of coins times the value of each coin, that's going to tell me how much the total value is. Okay. Half the battle is just knowing what to put in your chart, okay? So at this point, well, let me think about what I have going on here. I know that there are twice as many nickels as quarters. So that means that nickels have more than quarters, right? So nickels have 2 times as many quarters, right? So if I'm thinking about that, well, that tells me that N could be 2Q. And then quarters could just be Q. So the one variable that I'm using in my chart, I'm not using N. That just helped me figure out the variable that I'm using. I'm using Q. Okay, so I'm going to box that in so I know that that's my single variable that I'm going with. Now I have to think about the value. Well, the value of a nickel is 5 cents, so 0.05. And on quarters, it is 0.25. All right, I can multiply across and see that total value. So that's 0.05 times 2Q. And, oh, I didn't need parentheses right away. Let me back that up. it wants to let me. So then I have, for my next one, when I multiply the value and the number, I'm going to say 0.25 times Q. Okay, so now I have to figure out how am I going to create my equation. My chart is all filled in. I have the information that I need. The only thing I haven't really done with or mentioned yet was this worth of 490. So that would be like the total value of the nickels, because this is like how much it's worth, right? This is the value, how much it's going to be, worth. So the total value of the nickels and the total value of the quarters would make up that 490. So I'm taking 0.05 times 2Q. So that was the value of the nickels plus the value of the quarters, which was 0.25Q. And that should be equal to 490. And that is my equation. So I have my variable defined. I have my chart with the single variable in it. And I have my final equation. So that is all I need. So for you guys, make sure that you're doing questions 6 through 9, right? Wait. Not 6 through 9. What am I saying? 4 through 9. That would make more sense. So you have those 6. I think I just got 6 in my head. So if you're doing 4 through 9, so basically you should have done all of the problems. These are the last 6 of them. Sorry, I probably messed that up in the beginning. But let me know if you have questions, and I will be happy to help. Have a good weekend, guys.